Bonjour à vous tous et bienvenue à ce 48e épisode de Danganronpa Trigger et havoc. Mon nom est Rickels et j'espère que de votre côté, vous allez bien. Donc au courant du dernier épisode, tout ne s'est pas passé comme on le souhaitait. Donc on essayait de rentrer dans le Headmaster's Office où ce que Byakuya a décidé d'envoyer Toko chercher la fameuse pique dans le cabanon du Garden. Et lorsqu'elle est revenue, ce n'était pas Toko qui était là, mais bel et bien Genesis Jill. Cette dernière nous a annoncé qu'il y avait un corps dans le Garden, dans le fameux jardin. Alors on s'y est rendu, mais c'était le corps de qui? Mystère, c'est notre fameuse personne masquée avec un grand habit, un grand sarrau, donc de laboratoire. Elle avait un couteau de fichier dans les entrailles. Donc, Toko a décidé qu'elle allait explorer le corps par elle-même, donc enlever le masque pour savoir qui avait sous ce fameux masque. Et elle a revolé sous les effets d'une explosion. Donc, le corps n'est plus identifiable et on ne sait plus trop qu'est-ce qui se passe alentour de tout cela. Par contre, on a trouvé une clé spéciale qui nous a donné l'accès du data center. Là, on y a trouvé plusieurs informations, dont tout le réseau de caméras et une antenne très spéciale qui nous broadcastait nous-mêmes, en fait, dans la télé à côté de nous. Et c'est là que Monokuma refit son apparition en nous disant que on faisait partie d'une émission et que c'était broadcasté à travers le monde entier. Donc, qu'il y avait probablement du monde qui payait pour. Sûrement du monde qui bêtait sur le monde qui allait mourir et ainsi de suite. Comme dans tout ce genre d'histoire-là. Et donc, on a eu aussi l'information que le corps avait été découvert. Il nous a donné la nouvelle faille et un nouveau procès va s'en suivre. Mais pour l'instant, ils font enquêter sur qui est la victime et qui est le meurtrier. On va découvrir ça ensemble. Je vous souhaite un bon visionnement. Alors, je pense pas qu'on va voir énormément de True Bullet pour vrai pour celle-là. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Le couteau, commencer. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... Yep, c'était le couteau qui était à l'intérieur d'elle. It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over there. Okay. Dominic file said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... Yep. That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. C'est le même couteau que t'avais. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it will mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. But I don't understand. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. There's something weird about the body's fingernail. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. Hey boy. These seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Ok, fait qu'il y a des longs ongles. There's also something on the back of their right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand, parfait. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because I got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Tu vois les pieds? Non, il n'y a rien d'autre. Ah, le ventre. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burned up. There's only one little piece left. Ok, fine. Fait qu'on a fini ce... Oh oui, c'est sûr que c'est une fille. Mais on peut pas vérifier les talons, je sais pas pourquoi. Il veut pas. Bon, en tout cas. Moi, je veux voir la plante. The Mognukuma flower, hein? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I just... Ok, fine. Ça, c'est quoi ça? These look like fragments of something. La bombe, peut-être? They're all burned out. So I can't really be sure, but... I feel like I've seen something like this like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Où c'est qu'on aurait vu quelque chose du style, guys? Ah, je me rappelle pas. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Maintenant que tu parles des talons hauts, là, peut-être Junko qui portait des talons hauts, puis elle est censée être morte. C'est sûr que c'est une fille parce que le corps a été identifié comme une fille, Océane. Pas nécessairement juste à cause des talons hauts. Avant même que le corps explose, on avait déjà identifié que c'était une fille. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Garde à droite. Ah ouais, c'est ça, moi aussi j'avais écrit, mais je pense pas. Yakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. C'est ça, les documents en plus de ça sont obligés de dire la vérité. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. Fait qu'elle a été tuée ailleurs.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explain it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Body before the explosion. Okay, good. Ça, tu parles là, je ne pense pas. This is the panel control from the sticker. They're set to turn on. Ouais, so hey, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinkler should have gotten it wet. Il l'était pas. Which would mean the murder must have taken place après 7h30. Ou ailleurs. Vas-tu voir s'il y a quelque chose dedans? Il y en a juste 4 maintenant.
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you were here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chicken here now. We're 1 short. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chicken then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappeared, the entire world would remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and just focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Who knows? Now, voilà. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty theoretical tool shed. Non, il y a quelque chose qui était pas là. This is a tarp. Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Nope. I should probably look into that. It could probably be related to the case. Oh, il y a une caméra. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the other side, it's totally clean and completely dry. On one side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's one thing in here that concerns me. Est-ce quelque chose d'autre? La pickaxe est là. Ok, ça on l'a déjà vu. It's intriguing, but now's not the time to worry about it. Good. Il y avait autre chose ici qui pourrait nous... le lawnmower. Non. Peut-être ça? Non. On a fini avec ça. On va aller voir la caméra, mais je pense pas que ça va nous dire quelque chose. No matter what. Non, c'est la même affaire qu'ils nous disent à chaque maudite fois. Le speak-up de la caméra, je ne change jamais. Mais ça m'intrigue. C'était où ça? So, who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna loot. I don't want to fight anymore. Okay. On va parler avec Hiro. It's 11 o'clock, right? No? Okay, Anne. Oh well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found? Huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Haina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Il l'a dit, vu quelle heure il était. Now that Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was around just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Good timing, Makoto. I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So in other
I'd like
words,
to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here.
In other words,
So the murder can only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Ina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Ina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only one who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Haina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's certainly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Okay, on a tout checké par rapport à but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. And I still to find out more about Kyoko. But is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? Ah, attends! Ça peut être un des cadres d'une des portes. Dans le dorm, peut-être? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, c'est bien clair qu'il l'a.
It's all clear now.
Oh, I will simply limit your option. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my option?
Just
Give me the key to your room. Et voilà. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Bien que, sur le masque, il y a la moitié du visage du petit source noir. Ouais. Mais malheureusement, on ne peut plus checker le masque parce qu'il a été détruit. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class royale. Oh no, it's not about it. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then. In the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check that one area. Il faut exprès, bâtard. Est-ce que vous vous rappelez où est-ce qu'on aurait vu un truc rouge là même? Clairement pas là. Il n'y avait pas de rouge ici, peu importe ce qu'on regarde. Ouais, là, je suis perdu. Bon, là, les portes. Là, les portes. Pour descendre. Il marche. J'ai eu de la misère à dire. Dans le Cam Lab, il n'y avait pas ça, mais juste, be sure. Oh oui, je te crois qu'il y a l'œil rouge. C'est juste que, malheureusement, everything's back to normal. Just like Sakayaka and Taka, most responsible, I'm sure. C'est juste que malheureusement, on peut pas retourner voir. Donc, on peut pas l'avoir dans nos preuves. Ok, je sors par là. Oh oui, sur son front, il y avait littéralement l'œil rouge. C'était pas ici, c'est ça que je me disais. Je pense pas qu'il y ait quelque chose d'autre dans le data center. La salle de dehors, ça se pourrait. Dans la rec room. C'est tellement pas où que je sors à chaque fois. Ok, on va aller voir. Ah, la salle d'or. Ouais, j'ai compris la salle de d'or. Ça se pourrait que ce soit la salle d'or. On était juste à côté, on va aller voir. De toute façon, on va toutes les faire. C'est juste que je vais aller voir là pour commencer. Il y avait un tarp d'utiliser. Les tarps étaient toutes là. Mais ils sont tous là encore. This tarp is blue, but the only tarp in this game is white tarp. Exact. Ok, picture game. La salle d'or est juste ici. Après ça, c'est la rec room qu'on s'en va. Pour l'instant, il n'y a rien de l'air de manquer à l'entour. Right? On va aller voir dans le supply en arrière si peut-être que. Il n'y a absolument rien qui manque. Ok. Ça pourrait très bien être une plate de... Les noms en bas. Le rec room. Ah, il y a même plus... La plate est même plus brisée. Wow. Everything back to normal, just like we did. Ok, ok. Fait que non, il n'y a absolument rien ici non plus. Fait que on est rendu au 3e étage. Ça, c'est pour descendre. Oh, peut-être. Au 2e étage. 2e étage. Dans la librairie, peut-être? Absolument rien qui manque. On aurait bien étonné. On va juste vérifier pour être sûr à 100% de rien manquer. Il n'y a rien qui manque là non plus. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait d'autre ici? Rien. C'était des salles d'entraînement. La salle d'entraînement, ouais, le gym. Le gym était. La piscine était là. J'ai vraiment l'impression que c'est une plate de long. Ça, tu manques rien. Ici non plus, tout était revenu à la normale. Je pense pas que c'est dans la piscine pour être vrai, là. Non, c'est ça. Pas le pantoute. Fait que je vous fais une petite une visite guidée de l'école pendant ce temps-là. Nurse office. Il n'y a rien de brisé ici non plus. On va finir par le trouver, guys. Ah, il y a le gym qui est là. Welcome new student, ouais. Ça aurait pu être un code qui était là-dedans, mais ben étonnant. Je pense pas qu'il y avait ça dans le... Non, ça, c'est rien ici de ça. Ben, sincèrement, on va avoir vraiment fait le tour de l'école. Je sais que je peux avoir vu ça, sinon. La sortie, non, je pense pas. Dans le store, je pense pas non plus. Ça serait drôle que ce soit ça. Ça aurait été magique. Là non plus, je pense pas. Non, c'est ça que je disais, j'avais rien vu de ça là. Là, il y a toujours pas accès. Non, ça c'est là qu'on va pour les trials. Oh damn, there's still one place I need to check, mais pourtant j'ai été partout. Là? Oh oh, à l'aide! Quelle place j'ai pas checké? Quelle place j'ai pas checké? Je peux pas aller dans les dorms. Ouais, j'imagine. On était là, on était là, on était là. pas rentré dans ce qu'une classe. Ça pourrait-tu vraiment être une classe, pour vrai? Moi, que ce soit la classe au cinquième? La classe spéciale au cinquième? Ah, je suis pas rentré là, je suis pas rentré dans la piste. Il n'y a pas l'air d'avoir de quoi que ce soit de cadre rouge ou whatever, là. Ça avait pas de sens. Moi, je vois pas qu'est-ce qu'il peut y avoir ici en lien avec... Mais voyons, ce qui a vu ça, bâtard? Il peut être là, il est barré. Ça peut pas être là, c'est le garden. Ok. C'est clairement pas dans des classes. C'est complètement stupide. Où c'est qu'il y avait un cadre rouge? Il y a une pièce que j'ai pas checké, guys. Là, on est quoi? On est au quatrième, right? Ok, donc c'est pas de même qu'il fallait que j'y aille, mais... On va aller voir en bas. Non, c'est pas là. Je pensais que c'était la secret room, mais non. Le problème, c'est que je peux pas retourner au premier étage. Ben, je peux retourner au premier étage, mais pas où est-ce que je veux aller. Parce qu'on a le nurse office, on a le main hall. Aussi accès au heavy room, mais c'est pas là. Puis là, c'est ça. J'ai pas accès à l'autre partie du premier floor. Il faut pouvoir rien qu'un point d'exclamation sur le jeune. Et où le maudit? I figure out it wouldn't be here.
You know?
La bombe! C'était le bout de la bombe! I found something. What is it?
Huh?
It's a bomb. There's one that's solid in every Monokuma robot I've seen. Ouais, c'est ça. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragment I found in the garden was the bomb. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Ah, heureusement, il y avait mis un point d'exclamation où il fallait que j'aille. C'est juste que la première fois, je l'avais pas vu. On va avancer. You think you can go soon, bien quoi?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Well, very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me! Yakuya walked off without a second glance, and I read after him on our way to the dorms. Ok, c'est ça, je me suis trompé à cause du cadre de la porte. Je pensais que le cadre était rouge de la photo. Ouais, ok. Je peux pas le célébrer moi-même, faut que je demande Yakuya. Well done, here we go. Yakuya took out the key and slid it in the keyhole and then... and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. So this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their locks. The lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it's a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Let's go!
Such.
Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more. Okay. Yeah. Here's our bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned. The toilet tonight? No, the bathroom. She might have certain article hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. Ok. Je vois pas qu'est-ce qui pourrait être intéressant à checker. À moins que lui ait quelque chose à dire.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand, Kyoko?
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take my time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at rhythm, you're doomed to, no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us support, some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well,
Interesting.
something has certainly happened. So open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like. Under the sheets, what could it be? Oui, ça là qui est ici, qui est une clé, en fait, là, oui, je l'avais gagné. But could something be under the bed sheet? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, what's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry, Mukuro Ikuzaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikuzaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. Good God, you're annoying. Fine, I tell you, it was a key and that's it. Ouais, il y avait quelque chose d'autre. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said that death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuroki Kusaba, sex female, ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir. Le tatou sur la main for those 3 years. Fenrir, c'est un chien, un loup en fait. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed. C'est une histoire fausse, Asian. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Oh, intéressant. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary hero. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other's is sci-fi. Oui, ben ils sont tous jeunes, c'est tous des étudiants. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their use, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Wow! I feel like your hero is becoming a bit player, and the bit player is becoming a hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
What have you got into in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Oh, you found her profile. So what we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me.
Come on
I'm
now.
not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know?
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why when I, as the school headmasters, have to follow the regulation myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is. But how can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding, are you saying?
in other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikuzawa, she's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulation is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up an hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey.
You know how she wears those stupid gloves days in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of eye scar that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Bye bye, Monokuma. Okay. Yuko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of cars? Wait, so on the back of her hand? The tattoo? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear, so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the
possible.
one who killed Kyoko. What?
Hmm.
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing gang. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigations first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikuzaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind through his identity. But if that's true, Monokuma behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. She said three, right?
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise question about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes no more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? There are wooden lockers here. Yeah, laissez ta pas de clé après. They use wood locks key, just like at those super traditional public battles. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to the one of those lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock end. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in there. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Oh, there's something else inside the lockers. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. May it sensu. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth bullet section. Yes, I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Bieka. Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more search on Ferrier. Ferrier? You made the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of. But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? La bibliothèque, bien sûr. Where in the school would you go to do research on something? We're talking about the archive. That's right, the archive has all kind of info about the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yokia seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in the hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. C'est exactement le même logo qui est sur la main de l'autre. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Ben oui. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can speak French. Well, whatever. I'd read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into an enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, didn't you jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it says Fenrir is the world for Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joined the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? Yep. Et voilà. Et voilà.
Time is utterly silent. and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
That's pouvez.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. On est plus gros, là. Wow, Bianca and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself, but we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Hanukuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
In other
I'm
words,
waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now. So it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here, and no rules have been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class royale. You need to save some for the fun later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
My duty is just fine. What cool school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'd make sure you'll be sorry. Anyway, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up Kyoko. Kyoko! You really didn't die.
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, just let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
but
I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea that body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class royale announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I keep you all waiting, but if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I use Monokuma's secret tools, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a
Hey,
second.
what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem...
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Fait que parce que ça va être elle la principale coupable.
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Let's go! Nous autres aussi on y va. Being the last one left, I step into the elevator. And the door slid shut. Il en reste tellement plus gros, man. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without a warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Yeah, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless those jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with it, with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time, a deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Kyoko s'est joint à nous à la dernière seconde, comme Monokuma est en train de prendre les nerfs et de vouloir punir tout ce qui bougeait. Donc, qui vous pensez qui est en arrière de tout ça? C'est un cas très mystérieux. Très peu d'informations ont été données jusqu'à date. Les truth bullets sont très minimes et on n'a pas eu énormément d'informations sur ce cas-là. Mais on va tout faire pour découvrir ensemble dans les prochains épisodes durant le procès ce qui s'est passé. Sur ce, je vous souhaite une excellente fin de journée ou une excellente fin de soirée, tout dépendant de ce qui s'applique à vous. Et n'oubliez pas que si vous voulez voir l'action en live, vous allez pouvoir retrouver le lien juste ici. Sinon, vous pouvez le retrouver dans la description de cette vidéo. Prenez soin de vous, guys, et à la prochaine. Bye bye.